Alex Pretty, ICU nurse killed by federal officers in Minneapolis. On the morning of January 24, 2026, a 37-year-old Minneapolis resident, Alex Jeffrey Pretty, was fatally shot by federal law enforcement officers during an operation in South Minneapolis. The shooting has sparked significant public outrage, protests, and political debate, just weeks after a previous fatal federal shooting in the city. Who was Alex Pretty? Pretty was identified by his parents as an intensive care unit ICU nurse who worked with veterans, including at the Minneapolis VA healthcare system. His family described him as a compassionate caregiver who deeply cared about people and was actively engaged in community life. According to relatives, he also was an avid outdoorsman and dog lover. Police and public records indicate that Pretty had no significant criminal history, with only minor traffic and parking infractions on record. He was a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry in Minnesota, although family members said they had never known him to carry a firearm to protests. The shooting, conflicting accounts. Federal officials said that U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, officers were conducting a targeted enforcement operation when Pretty approached Border Patrol agents while armed with a handgun and resisted attempts to disarm him, prompting an agent to fire defensive shots. DHS later stated a firearm and magazines were recovered at the scene. Local law enforcement and eyewitness accounts, including bystander video, raised questions about that narrative. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara acknowledged limited detail early on but noted Pretty's lawful status and expressed concern over access to the scene for local investigators. Some videos circulating online show chaotic encounters between federal agents and civilians shortly before the shooting. Broader context. Immigration enforcement operation. The incident happened amid a broader federal immigration enforcement operation in Minneapolis that has drawn heavy criticism from community leaders and local officials. This operation was part of an expansion under the current administration, which federal officials say aims to address violent crime tied to illegal immigration, a claim disputed by many Minnesotans and leaders of both parties. Notably, the Pretty shooting follows a similar incident on January 7, when another Minneapolis resident, Renee Good, was killed by an ICE officer, triggering widespread protests and unrest across the Twin Cities. Public reaction and aftermath. Pretty's death quickly drew hundreds of protesters into the streets near the shooting site, where clashes between federal agents and demonstrators have been reported. Law enforcement deployed tear gas as temperatures dropped, and tensions escalated between government authorities and community members.